Hey SBF family, it's Wendy and I'm spending my gift cards over at Michael's while Alex was busy doing something else. See Michael's through my eyes. This is the puffy paint section, which is also called dimensional fabric paint. It's in the fabric crafting section. There is so many colors, the prices aren't bad, and if you store them upside down, believe me when I say these things last forever. And as you know, if you watch my videos, I use them for everything. Here's the woodworking section, a cute section people forget about. It has all your handy dandies like popsicle sticks and dowels and boards in all different shapes and sizes. They also have good tools like this handy dandy little hole hand drill instead of if you don't like the big power tools. They have cubes and shapes beyond belief. Everything comes in handy for whatever you might need. I definitely get a kick out of this area and seeing what I can make out of it. Well, don't want to forget the reason I was here, which was to get Gracie a display board for her science fair project. This has lots of foam board products here too, which are great for making beds if you're into that type of thing. Oh, great. I think I just dropped everything all over the floor, or I'm about to. But ooh, I love that sparkly one. That's cute. Yes, lots and lots of foam board, lots of display sizes, handy for our 4-in-1 stage when we get around to showing you how I made that. Yeah, I dropped it all. Jeez. Spray paint. They have a pretty good selection. Not the best prices. I prefer to hit Lowe's or Home Depot. Ooh, the paint section. Who doesn't love the paint section? There's so many colors and sheens and shines and sizes and prices. I just love it. I won't recommend any which one in specific, although Martha Stewart, their caps pop off if they get too tight with when you close them and there's still paint on them. I'm not too fond of their packaging of their glue things, but yes, lots and lots, tons, unimaginable amount of colors. Here you can find some nice brushes. They sometimes have them nice little packages. These paint pens, I have used those a lot in our big dollhouse, definitely. Those are handy and pretty much very well permanent. Now I'm going over to the glue section because I have something on my list I need. There's so many kinds, and to tell you the truth, I've tried some of these and they don't work. I prefer my caulking and my hot glue gun. Endless choices. But what I do need, and becomes very handy, is Mod Podge, which is basically just like school glue. But what's nice is they come in different sheens: satin, glossy, matte, extra glossy, I believe. I was in need of some of that. Oh, shout out to kikyo1267. Thank you for being first on a previous video. Which one? I don't remember. There's a few here I've never tried, but definitely Mod Podge is my favorite. I'd like to try these glue forms for a hot glue gun. Has anybody tried those yet? I haven't. I got the hot glue gun. Ah, fun! The miniatures section. It's catch and miss. We used that one in the cottage. Catch and miss for what works for a 1/6. These are all 1/12. But I have been able to scrounge up a few that work really well. That's in the library. Just look hard. The prices are actually very reasonable for miniatures. The stock changes constantly. Those, yes, I've definitely used those glass containers. Filled them with my own things. Those are definitely cute because they have the cork tops. Those two, the cards in the cottage, the sewing stuff in the sewing room, craft room, is what I called it. Little froggies are in our garden terrace, I believe, and maybe even in Jane Boolittle's. Books, of course, books. Those were easier than making them. It was nice to have some different sizes. That fishbowl I actually ordered online. The price was better here. I paid a lot more for it, embarrassingly so, but that happens. Best deal ever. These tools, we have them in the garage. You can't beat that price, and those are beautifully detailed and perfect 1/6 size. Maybe that's why they're so inexpensive, because they're not a good 1/12 size. Looking around, you see many different things. I like that. Ooh, white gravel. The little bird cage, I got one of those for Julia's. Sir, who's a lot? Now over here, I'm in the die cut section of woods and papers. Use these majorly for windows and frames, what we just passed there on the left. They have nice pre-cut stuff if you're not a woodcutter, which I'm not always. Alex helps me with that, but they have many shapes, sizes, designs, some painted and not painted. Remember that from Scalita's bathroom, the stained glass window? I've used lots of the initials out of here, this section, for all of the different rooms per character, what their names were, and it's just endless. You gotta think outside the box here, and many ideas for tables right there with those cut ones. They have everything. Usually not near that spot is this stuff, the Craft Wood Center. All good stuff, pre-cut, everything. Look at that, you can get it in every size. I use this for a lot of our beds. I also cut my trim with a saw similar to this one if you needed new blades. But over here, I was looking for it. Here's my little miter box that I love so much, and that's the saw I use. And that makes cutting the trim very easily for the thin decorative stuff, or the dowels, like here. Here is the exact section in which I bought most of the bed bases. You can see they're a decent size for single, or they have another size for double. All the widths are different, and the prices are based on how wide they are, or obviously the size. Definitely makes things easier, and it certainly makes everything be perfectly the right shape. Those are 12 by 4 and 12 by 6, I believe, off the top of my head. Either way, that size I'm holding, good for a double bed. And then they have other ones here that are all different sizes, so if you need a floor or something somewhere, it comes in handy. It's a decent wood. I forget what kind of wood it is. It's not birch, because the birch, I'm just not sure what it is. Another section I like to check out for scale items, whatever I might be looking. It's already painted with chalkboard stuff. If you don't want to get into the chalkboard paint yourself, here you go, already done. Imagine that for a cafe or something. That would be perfect for an outdoor display with that. They have many different kinds. I've used this in a similar one hanging for a display. This section is pretty neat. It also has a lot of letters in wood, or MDF, whatever it is. The floral department, I love this section, so cheerful. Always a sale on something, especially fun to find after the holidays, because if I look at those little ones, are perfect scale, these two. But you do gotta search through them and hope and see what works for you and what color works for you. But it's always worth a peek. I always go look, even if I don't need something in particular, I'll just grab a couple since they're so inexpensive and put them in the loo for whatever I might do later. All of these ones are good choices. And now we're checking out ribbons. Ribbons, 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 and trimmings. We have tons to see here. You just gotta look around. These embellishments are really cute too. I've used a couple of those definitely throughout our whole dollhouse project. The ribbon aisle is very big. Gotta find what you like. Pay attention to wired ones if you need a project with wired ribbon or whatever. Ooh, good sale today. This is definitely a fun section for embellishing anything, and you just can't go wrong. Their selection is really awesome here, but I must say, it does tend to be a little bit better over at Joann's, of course, since they're a fabric store, but worth a look. Now I'm over in the bridal department because most people wouldn't think to look there for wedding items for your dollhouse. But this is a good thinking outside the box. They got cute little, for bomboniers, party favors for weddings. I've gotten quite a few of my flowers here because they're perfect scale if you recognize all these. The problem is, of course, they haven't changed their stock or style in quite some time. But if you haven't used any and you just want an idea of any store you're in or any wedding stuff, have a peek, because these are absolutely 100% perfect scale, and they have wire in the stem is helpful too. Scrapbooking sticker section. Chalkboard stickers. You can't get any easier than that if you have a need for a chalkboard. Cute touches. I think I used some of those for our gym for the scoreboards and chalk. Just love this section. Of course, you go to the holiday ones, you can kind of get exactly what you're looking for in terms of Halloween or per doll. Cute ones like that are perfectly scaled. Little lights are nice. The ones I used are from the wedding section here. They're clear. Spider webs, all kinds of fun little details. This aisle does take a while to look and take in, though. You really have to be patient, have time, and look around to see what suits your needs. But fun, be it for our dollhouse or for scrapbooking. I absolutely adore this aisle or two of stickers. Can't get enough of all those stickers. Prices can sometimes be high. Sometimes, though, you get really lucky and get the most perfect thing. Did you see those roller skates? That was in the roller maze. Ooh, that'd be good for Kirsty. But sometimes there's a good sale, and some of them are on sale, so I'll try to think ahead. Oh, there's those roller skates I used in the roller maze, roller rink we did. Definitely a very fun aisle. And then we have the paper section, scrapbooking paper. Great deal today. They're endless, they're beautiful, you can pick and choose what you want. This is becoming Gracie's new spot with her cardboard Ever After High House because the boxes are 12 by 12 and all these pieces are 12 by 12. She wasn't with me to do any deciding or choosing, but I definitely picked a few of these with this sale for some of my backgrounds and just for extras. Haven't been scrapbooking lately, so I'm trying to keep control of myself with this sale. Here's my cart. I usually call this not the $1 store, but the $100 store, because you usually walk out of the store spending $100. But I had a gift card. Hooray!